Hi guys, this is Michelle from East Ave Art. Today I'm sharing a lemon and blueberry pattern painting where I'll talk about some of my tips and tricks for choosing colors and using color theory to mix paints. I like to use the color wheel to help me make decisions about which colors to use and how to mix up my paints, which I'll go over in a bit. This is a pretty basic color wheel. You can get more complicated with it, but I like to have the three primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and then the basic secondary colors. So blue and yellow make green, yellow and red make orange, and red and blue make purple. A couple things to remember about the color wheel is colors opposite of each other are complementary, so they tend to pair well together. You can also use complementary color to add a bit of shadow to your color, which I'll demonstrate later. And you'll see in this painting I recently did that I'm using complementary colors to create an aesthetically pleasing color palette. Yellow and purple are opposites on the color wheel, so I pair these yellow boots with variations of purple. And I'll have a tutorial out on this painting next Friday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I'm going to activate my paints with my water spray, and I'll mix up a basic yellow. And then using the color wheel, I can see that purple sits opposite on my color wheel. So I'm going to put a touch of purple into yellow to create sort of a shadow color. And this gives you a truer shadow than mixing in browns or blacks, because it's just a darkening of your original color with its complementary color. Now that I've mixed up my paints, I'm going to hit the page with my yellow to paint a lemon. And I'm just gonna paint a sort of flattened oval with two knobs on opposite sides. Here you can see me taking a clean damp brush and pulling up some of the paint there to create a little bit of a highlight. While the paint is still wet, I'm going to use a wet into wet strategy and drop in some of my shadow color on one side to create some of the darker tones on the lemon, either from bruising or just the shadow from the light source not hitting that area. And you'll see how it kind of creates like a soft blend when I just drop in wet paint into already wet paint. I'm going to let my lemon dry a bit, and I'm going to go ahead and start painting a lemon slice. To do this, I'll just paint a circle, and then inside of that circle I'll paint triangles. And it doesn't have to be super even, right? Like a lemon itself isn't a perfect sphere, so you can see my circle is a little bit wonky, and I think that's okay. In my triangles, I'll leave a bit of white space or areas where I don't paint to represent the light source kind of reflecting off of the paint. again, I'm dropping in some of my shadow color on the skin of the lemon. And if I think it's a little bit too much, I can kind of go in and pull up some of that paint too, just to give it a little bit of a softer effect. I also decided to drop in some of the shadow color into my lemon slice there, and I think that gives a good like contrast to the white space that exists as well. Because I'm doing some pattern play, I stuck with my fruit theme and mixed up some blue and purple to paint blueberry clusters. And just like my lemon slice though, I'm going to leave a bit of white space where I don't paint to represent the light source reflecting off of the berries. And again, I chose this kind of purpley blue because I think it's a nice complement based on the color wheel to my lemon. You'll see me here mix up a thicker consistency of a darker purplish blue, and I drop it in while the blueberries are still wet to achieve a natural look there. Okay, now that my lemon slice is dried, I can do wet into dry technique, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that shadow color and add like little swipes of paint to give that effect of the inside of the lemon. Okay, now I'm gonna mix up some green to add botanicals to my fruit painting pattern. However, I'm gonna stick with my complementary colors. So I'm adding green to my pre-existing purple, and I mix up two greens doing this. One is a bit more watery and the other is a darker, thicker consistency. I think it's aesthetically interesting to have a lighter and darker version of a color. So you'll see me alternate between the two greens as I fill up the rest of the page with these leaves. To create the leaves, I start with light pressure, then drag the belly of my brush across the page, and then I finish it off again with light pressure. Leaves are a great way to practice your brush work, and I'm just going to fill up the rest of this page with botanicals. And here's my finished product. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more art content.